Okay. All right, let me try this. I want to switch this out right here. Hold on. Let me see something. Maybe I can switch this. There we go. Hopefully, did it switch over? Yeah, it did. All right, cool. All right. Let's see what's cracking here. Pull this over. Um. All right. Hopefully my mic sound nice. Hopefully. Let me see. All right. Very good. What's up, Tyler? Tyler ready to get it on. Tyler be ready to get it on. Yeah, we on the vibe, man. So we had the MRMH. I forgot exactly what time it was, but I actually stepped away since then, but the market still looks good. Market still looks good. The macro is looking good. Oh no, what happened? Car just cut off. Okay. All right, let me get my link and distribute this live. $210, huh? Very nice, sir. Very nice. I see you already put the word out. Cool. Let me see. Okay. Oh my goodness, my stomach is growling like crazy. Okay. Let me throw it in the group too. And hold up, is my timer on? My timer should be on. Okay, 1, 2. There's my timer. All right, so we got the video out there. All right, so I like how Tyler put it. He said, "Come get you some. Come get you some." All right, what's happening, y'all? What's up, Mick? What up, Jermaine? Bamani, what's good? What's up, Buddha? What up, birthday boy? Yeah. Somebody else's birthday's today too. I think it's Victor. Victor's birthday is today as well. I don't know if he in the 40 club, but yeah, he got his born day today as well. But we on that vibration where every day feeling like your birthday. Every day feeling like your birthday, man. Mm-hmm. What's up, Slav? What's up, Don? Am I kind of overdoing it if I'm getting on the chart at 2 minutes left to check slow environment behavior before going into phase 3? Or once you see that there is slow speed, good behavior, then you just keep coming back at a minute 30. When you come back at a minute 30, you good. What's happening, Winston? What's up, Nicholas? Yeah, if you do 130, you good. You don't want to do anything that will lead to analysis paralysis. You know, you want to simplify the process for you because the market makes it easy for us anyway, because the market is going to do what it's doing. You know what I'm saying? It's going to make it obvious. That's the beautiful part about the market. The market makes it obvious as hell when it's either looking funny or it's looking great. It makes it obvious for us. That's some good stuff. That Seagram is no joke, man. So just got to keep looking out for phase 1 and 2, making sure one or the other don't go out. Yeah, that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. Yep. Zero L's is a pretty nice accomplishment. Yeah, man. See, what Matthew has accomplished is what you guys are ultimately going to accomplish. The reason that, you know, anyone is even able to do that is because of the discipline. It's the discipline factor really that plays, I would say, the most important part in being able to accomplish that. Just remaining disciplined. It's kind of like if you really develop your discipline, the patience grows. You become more patient when you have discipline. You definitely do. So that is going to be the norm. It's not going to be like something that's like, oh my gosh. It's like that now because it's new to everyone. It's not something that is the norm. So because it's new, it seems like, oh snap. But that's the normal for us. That's how it's supposed to be. Slav said, don't want to go right into parameters each time. I don't want to skip 1 and 2. And I understand that. That makes sense. The parameters have the first 2 phases built into it. The better that you get at isolating the correct time to be present, you'll know when to apply parameters because you'll know that the timing is right in the market. Like you'll just know, you won't be guessing whether or not it's right. Like, is this a good time? You won't have to guess or figure anything out. He said, but yeah, I was looking at it with the doing a little too much mindset. Yeah, and you know, the fact that you catching yourself is good because you don't want to do too much. You don't have to. Matthew said parameters will confirm phases 1 and 2. I could have sworn I just said that. See, that's weird. See, the vibe is heavy today too. The vibe is heavy. Tyler said, if it's not obvious, it's not the time. Man. Jermaine said, it's crazy not being on the charts for 2 months. I suck. Training is key. It'll all come back, man. It'll all come back. It's like riding a bike. But yeah, you don't ride it for a while. You will get, you'll feel it. You will feel rusty. Man, I ain't playing with this heat. It's hot. Come on, man. Need some AC in these parts. What's happening, Buddha? He said, stop trading today and just spend the day observing and realize why the hell haven't I been trading in this environment? It's so stressful. I have realized what you were talking about and now focusing on that. Buddha got bit by the bug. Telling you, man, nobody escapes, man. Can't escape. I love how he put it. Listen to what he said. He said, I realized why the hell have I been trading in this environment so stressful? Come on, man. Come on. It's powerful, Buddha, when it hits you. It's just like anything that's new information to somebody, don't hit them right away. It take a little bit of time. But then when you really start thinking about it, you're like, wait, hold up. Let me think about this for a second. Let me look at this. And you step back and look and you be like, oh snap. Yeah, I'm doing way too much right now. Let me fall back and relax. Yep. What up, Jay Carly? She said, yeah, that's why I'm okay being in phase 3 once I see phase 1 anyways. Go time. Yep. And that comes with time and experience, man. She said, Project 21 got me all bright and shiny again. Just saying, no deviation. Jay Carly's somebody that, like, she went like 70-0. Something crazy like that. Early. And I know what that was. That was one of those things where you're consistent because you're keeping it simple. And for some reason, our mental capacity won't accept simple for too long. So it's kind of like you got to keep it simple for yourself. That's where they get that phrase from. Keep it simple, stupid. Kiss. That's why they say that. Because your mental, your brain automatically, for some reason, tries to confuse and clutter up simple. For whatever reason. I don't know why our brain works like that, but it does. And that shit is a pain in the ass. You got to do stuff just to keep it simple, man. Like discipline is simple. Discipline is simple as hell. So is patience. They simple, man. They not hard to do. Yep, Don said mental capital will wear you out fast. You ain't lying about that one. Wait, is this timer on? Hold up. Yeah, the timer's on. All right, cool. Jay Carly says, so much less stress doing what we're taught, but I still say the way I'm built, I had to do the things I did to get here. Yeah, you did. You know why? Because the reason that you had to do that is because you can't escape yourself. See what I'm saying? This is why it takes people long. It takes people longer than it has to because you have to navigate through yourself. People don't realize that when they get into training with us. That's why I tell them in the beginning, I'm like, listen, out the gate, before you even start thinking about market shit, understand that you're going to learn more about you in this process. Don't be discouraged by what you learn. You're going to realize that you don't have no patience. You don't have no discipline. You think you do, but you really don't. And for some people, when that hits them for the first time, it's like, oh, snap. You know, they don't know how to react and how to navigate that. But that's why I keep at it. Like the training is very repetitive. I keep at that point because you just have to realize that, listen, you're going to deal with yourself. There's no getting around it. You're going to have to deal with you and all of your bullshit that comes with it. It just is, it's something that is what it is. You know what I mean? So, but being in this environment with us gives you the tools to navigate much easier than you just trying to do it by yourself. It's hard for you to do. It's kind of like being in the woods and you looking for the woods. You already in the woods. What, like, you can't see the woods because you in it. You got to go outside the woods to see it. Come on, man. Come on. That's why this is so powerful for us. This shit is crazy. She said, I couldn't accept that there wasn't another way. Once I accepted that, it's been all good. The only way through is through. Tyler said, damn, can it really be this easy? Yes, it can. Yep. Buddha said, it hit me like when my mama yelled at me when I tried to take those sweeties without permission. You tried to take your mama candy, man? Come on, man. That's like me trying to take what my mother used to eat. She used to eat Three Musketeers. I can't even imagine. And you know how mamas do. What they'll do, they'll go to the store and get one. They'll get one candy. That's theirs. Like they don't get like 4 or 5 at a time. They go and they get one. That one is for that night. Somebody touch that candy, that's your ass. I'm just saying, boy. Matthew says, simple when you have them, nightmare if you don't. Damn. Mick said, overthinking caused me to hesitate until I took it back to the basics and opened a ticket at 2 on autopilot now, robot mode. There we go. Yep, J. Carter said, that's why I went 67-0 from jump. Where is it? Oh, because I literally did only what I was taught only, and then the overthinking came. Yeah, it's funny how, see, some people go right into dealing with themselves, and some people don't at first. You don't, sometimes you'll have a level of success first. And I think it's because you're naive to some degree. And then as you begin to kind of have success, what success will do is it will raise the vibration of your ego a little bit. It's a natural thing. It's nothing you can stop. You have success, your ego is coming too. Your ego gonna start talking that shit. Like, yo, I'm nice, man. I'm good at this shit. Your ego is coming. And when your ego comes, you don't know how to deal with your ego yet. You don't know what you're doing. The ego's strong as hell. That dude is like another person. It's like you got body snatched. And your ego gonna talk that shit until you get smashed. The ego gonna make you get smashed though. He's gonna do stuff and say stuff to make you get smashed. And then when you get smashed, he leaves you alone. He's like, all right, well, you got smashed, so that ain't me. I don't get smashed. You got to deal with that. And then there you are left to yourself. And you like, damn, what the hell happened? I was doing so good before. The ego came in, man. Ego happened. Yeah, this it's so crazy how scientific this information. This is crazy the way that we actually are dealing with everything, because everything is you. It's like there's no escaping it. There's no escaping it. Everything is you, man. Oh my goodness. He said the market taught me why I did everything I've ever done in my life. Come on, man. Buddha said, I saw your videos when you went 0 to 1,000. That does not seem the same way that Mark trades. Buddha is very, very heavy on that. He's like, yo, hold up. He's like, yo, I understand what y'all doing. Buddha, you gotta just continue to be around us, because what you're trying to do, and I understand it, is you're trying to have a way of doing it that's like, oh, this is how you do it. And there is no this is how you do it. There's framework. You are an individual utilizing the framework, and when it unfolds for you, it unfolds for you however it unfolds for you based on your elevation. This is the very nature of when you're learning a skill. I'll give you an example. There are times when I might identify the permission slip that we use to know whether or not the market has presented an example of validity in order for us to trade. There's a bunch of other people that didn't see it. There may be other people that see it also. They're like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that was it. That was the permission right there. Now you take 100 people, out of 100 people, how many of them saw it like I did, and how many of them didn't? It's the same framework, but the individual and the elevation of the individual, the level that you're at, is going to determine whether or not you saw that particular one. Maybe you didn't see this one. Maybe another one that I might have called out, you saw that one, but you didn't see this one. You see what I'm saying? Your elevation of your skill is what will put you in position to recognize a variety of different timings in the market. So when you see me trade, you have to realize that I've been in the financial market 27 years. You understand? There's so much that goes into me. Like Mark is an individual. Even though I'm able to dissect and break down all of the things that I go through as far as the processes, and even that takes time and continues to unfold. It's not like it's ever just a solid cut and dry, here, you do this and and this will happen. No. It's a skill that you're learning. So if it's a skill that you're learning, then that means that there's levels to the skill. You see what I'm saying? The way that Jay Carley, might end up trading at the time is still based on the same level of skill. But her perception of what she's seeing in the market, she might be seeing things in the market that you don't. Gives her the confidence to take trades that you won't. You see what I'm saying? Does that make her right or wrong? If she winning, she right. And she's winning. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like kind of trying to compare how I used to trade to how I trade now. Night and day. I used to trade in 4 or 5 different environments. Now I trade in one. So it's the same thing. It's like trying to compare me a year or two ago to what I'm doing now. Since a year or two ago, I've elevated. I've forced myself to be more disciplined, to be even more patient, so that I'm more in line with what I know the results will be for everyone else that's in the group under my tutelage. So I literally it's like, in a way, I sacrificed my own capability for the sake of the team. Just so people won't see me doing all type of shit and wonder how I'm doing it. Like, yo, I saw you taking out the money yesterday. Yo, I saw you was trading it, you know, it was mad speed. It was a lot of volatility. How'd you do that? You see what I'm saying? I had to eliminate all of my engagement in the market that way, just so that I could create and build a framework and teach everybody how not to lose. That's the key for me. That was the key. So the way that you take that skill set and you utilize it, that's going to be unique to you also. Even though the majority of the time you're going to be in the same trades that I'm in or that other people in the group are, because we're learning the same framework. But what if I'm not on the chart at the same time that you were? You ended up seeing an opportunity, or there ended up being an opportunity that was there, but I wasn't there. If I didn't take the trade, does that mean that it's wrong? Just because I wasn't there? No. You have the framework, you have the skill set, and it continues to elevate, and you continue to cultivate it through more and more training. That's why we train the way that we do. You know, so it's an ongoing thing, man. That's the best that I can kind of give as far as a description. Yeah, Jay Carr, she said we're talking about growth from December 2017 until now. Don says sometimes highly successful people get so bored of success that they do things intentionally to try to challenge themselves. I know about that. Now, mind you, that's something that you will do naturally too, without even trying. You'll do that. It's not like I set out and I'm like, yeah, man, let me see, let me push this to the limit and see how far I can take it. I don't have to do that. All I got to do is what I normally do, and I'm gonna win. That's it. And that's the same thing that I communicate through the training. Like, don't deviate from the process. Just follow the process and wait for the market. That's what I do all the time. Every trade that I take, I do that with. Every single trade. Now, whether that's a trade that you're confident enough to take, that's a different story. It's going to be based on your skill and your confidence. And this is why you think we train on mindset so much. If you're not scared of shit, you're not drawing what you don't want to happen to you. The very thing that you're scared of the most is what you draw to you. Your energy is pulling it to you. So we train on how not to be scared of nothing. Just stop being scared, period. Like, what are you scared about? Just like Project 21. What's Project 21? Start with $100. Start with $100. Wait for the best trade to come. Take it. Bang. Max out every trade. Give the maximum value to every trade that you take, and do that 21 times and see what happens. Just the nature of Project 21 is fearlessness. The nature of Project 21 is I don't give a shit. I don't care. Execution. I'm not emotional. Who cares? You see how the mindset switches? So this is what we train on, man. That's what we train on. So when you take that mindset and combine that with a framework to use in the market, it's all over, man. It ain't nothing you can't do. That's where I'm trying to get everybody like to get to that point. Take the mindset of I don't give a shit and combine that with the framework that works. And it's all over. It's all over. You can't, there's nothing that you can't do. And you can start with nothing. $100 ain't nothing. You telling me I can start with $100? Oh, you fucked that one up. All right, we'll start over. Somebody was telling me that the other day. They were like, well, what if you mess up? Do it again. Do it again. You got halfway there the last time? Do it again, and don't stop halfway through next time. You know exactly what you did that caused you to lose. Eliminate that part. Start over and do it again. Come on, man. That's why I trade the way I trade, because that's how I think. That's what my mindset is all the time. J. Carr said, you'll never learn what we do without learning what we do. Very true. She said, I did the challenge based on skill elevation that I learned. Come on, man. Oh, Jermaine, does the timer get off track? Yeah, it does. What I tend to do with the timer, I usually will start it over at 20 seconds on the clock. Like when the clock gets down to 20 seconds, I'll hit start. And then that'll kind of keep me right around that minute 30 mark, kind of like, you know what I mean? It works. It works when you do it that way. Mick said 100%, no, 100, Slav, 100% correct. Slav is 100% correct, yes. You're funny, you're going back and forth. About the timing. Yeah. J. Carly said, all my bullshit ended as of number 210. Facts as of October of 2018. Anything you see after that, all skill and observation. Bang. I went 5 months with no losses. Training is every day forever. Yeah, that was spoken word. Yes, it was. Buddha said, I'm now focused on just winning. That's what you should be focused on. And see, Buddha, winning is not something that you attempt to do. This is a deep nugget right here. It's not something that you attempt to do. It is the byproduct of learning how not to lose. Just like good defense is the thing that leads to you winning the game, because if you're good defensively, you stopping the other team from scoring first. So you can have a team that's not the best offensive team at all, but they get the ball more times than the other team because they keep stopping them from scoring. You keep doing that all game, who you think gonna win? The defensive team is gonna win more so than the offensive team. Come on, man. If I can stop you from scoring, I'm going to do damage. I might suck, but I'm going to take more shots. I'm going to get the ball more than you. Shawnee said, so you dumbed it down for the team, so we all able to fish. That is a fact. And Shawnee bear witness to that because he been training that long. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. When I first started, I was taking 2 to 3 trades every day. And I slowly began to, I was like, nah, this is too much for them. I'm like, it's too much for them. And then eventually I was like, wait, it's too much for me too. Like, why am I stressing myself out on the charts all this time, all day like this when I don't have to be? And I thought about it. I was like, I'd rather be doing some other shit, actually. I'd rather be spending more time with the kids. And then it hit me. I was like, nah. 2 trades. Let me try that. I was like, nah, 1 trade. And that's when that matter of fact, that was the first challenge that I did, the 1 a day challenge. First one I did. And I was like, I'm taking 1 trade a day. That's it. And that's how we shifted into that energy where it's like we don't need a lot of trades. Then the spreadsheet came and you saw how you get from 1 contract up to 50 contracts. Doing 1 trade a day. And over time, it just continued to evolve. Now where we are, if you think about it, it's the same thing that we were doing then. Because then when I started the 1 a day challenge, I started with $100, same way. But I spread it out over time and over a larger number of trades. I think that first 1 a day challenge was like 150 some days or something crazy. 150 something consecutive days of wins, uninterrupted. But it was different with the contract size and all of that. Like I was trying to slow it down so everybody could see the value of slowing it down. And now what's so crazy is that even like now it's slowed down even more but the value was bigger. It's like, all right, slow it down now, but look at how fast you slowed it down and you get there faster because you're overcoming all of the things that you need to overcome within your skill set in order to do it in the first place. Why are you scared to why are you scared to scale up? Oh man, when I'm at 10 contracts. So what? So what? You at 10, then you at 20, then you at 30, 40, 50. What's the difference between those numbers and one? Think about that. What's the difference between those numbers and one contract when you have the same framework and you have the same skill set? What changed? You see what I'm saying? So you're creating an imaginary fear. You afraid just because the number's bigger. For what? You have skill. You're learning skill and you're cultivating and you're increasing your skill constantly through training. The hell are you scared of? Like, what are you scared of? So you can see how things of your own creation is what comes in and messes you up and causes you to lose. It's never the market. The market's never wrong. The market's not the reason why you lose. That's hard for people to accept right there. People don't want to hear that shit. They're like, what you mean? The market be doing all type of stuff. Exactly. So the market always does all type of shit. Then how can it make you lose? How can it make you lose if it does this shit all the time? It's something you're not doing. See, we on a whole nother level now, man. Like it's just different now, man. It's different. Don said, I've done some savage stuff at NADEX, taking $100 to 25K in 3 days. Damn, Don brought me back on that. I did like just retarded stuff as well. I told you there was a time where I used to take like 50 to 100 trades. No. There was a time when I did 150 trades in a day. 150 in one day. When I first got on the platform and started messing around with stuff, when you really trade, you really do stuff. Like you really just try to figure out what's going on. And that's kind of what I did early on in the NADEX beginning. No different than I did when I was in Forex. Did the same type of shit. Forex, I was doing all type of stuff with Forex. Just insane trades. I remember one time I took a trade. I put like 25,000 on the trade, and the trade was 2-to-1 risk reward. And something happened where at the time I was using like a trailing stop, and I had the trailing stop built into a script. So the script was moving up the stop automatically in the platform. And this was before I knew that you could have a script or an expert advisor that hides the stop. Like this is how I began to come to the realization of what the brokers were doing, how they was looking at where your stops are, and they would move the market on their platform to hit your stop and take your trade out. That's when I realized that for the first time. So anyway, on this particular trade, the trade would have hit 2-to-1 risk reward. Like in other words, I was on track to make 50,000 on the trade, not 25. I ended up making 25. So in other words, I had 25 on it as far as risk, and I made 25 because of the way that they tripped my stop. The trade hit the profit target. So like I said, I would have made 50. In other words, it would have been 50 in profit plus the 25 that I had. So 75,000 is what I was supposed to have, but I only had 50,000. You understand? So instead of it being 2-to-1, it ended up being 1-to-1. So anyway, that was on on that particular trade was when I first realized that they were doing stuff tricky on the platform to take out your stop. Because like I said, the EA was trailing the stop, but I had it trailing it kind of like behind a good amount to give room for the movement in the direction of where my profit target was. Hit my profit target. They tried to say that there was a spike because of news that triggered the stop loss on the platform. I was like, y'all lying. Y'all are lying, because on other platforms and even in, like different quotation systems out there that you can use, you can see what the movement was during that time. It wasn't no news spike. It wasn't even no news at the time. They was just lying. But it's your word against them. So it's like, what you gonna do? You can't do nothing about it. But anyway. But yeah, that just reminded me of that, Don. He took me back with that. Damn. He said, I got every sick habit out of my system. Yeah, and that is a sick habit to just be sitting in front of the charts like that, taking all of them trades and doing all type of stuff. It's like blackout trading. You know what I'm saying? Matthew said, fear is an illusion. Yes, it is. JT liked that shit that Don was doing. Oh, man. He said, I've only done 3K in a week from 100, and I thought that was stressful. Yep. Matthew said, no shit. That's crazy. Yep. There's a lot of comments in here. Hold up. Let me come back up. Buddha said, how many contracts would you end up if doing 21 times? If you started 100, 21 trades, if you max out each trade, when you scale up, it'll take you to about 50. I think it's about 54 contracts, 54 or 50, between 54 and 60 contracts. So say 50 contracts. It'll take you to about 50 contracts on 21 trades. Yep. Starting from 100. Jay Carly said, Don wasn't the actual hell. Oh, man. Mick said, excuse me, the moment I said, fuck it, I went live last week. Don said, yeah, I've done some crazy stuff, but not what it seems. Mentally, I was drained. Yes. And that's the part of it that is not duplicatable at all. People are fascinated by that type of stuff. They kind of get hyped when you tell them what you have done in the past. When you sitting there doing it, you having headaches, you having anxiety. You got the ups and downs emotionally. You feel real good because you winning. When you win like 30, 40, 50 trades in a row and then you lose one, you be so mad. Like I would be pissed if I lost a trade because I didn't understand why I lost the trade. You know what I'm saying? So that's the part for me that led up to me putting myself in position to not lose anymore, because I was frustrated with the feeling of the losing part. So it's like I did a bunch of things like mentally and, like psychologically to try to help myself out. A lot of it didn't work, but when it finally did work, what I realized was that I had to figure out why I would lose. I knew that was the key. I was like, no. Why am I losing the trade? What is the market doing that I'm not seeing that's causing me to lose? That's the part I had to figure out. Once I determined what that was, I started really going into that. That's where my study expertise went into. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to figure out all the ways that I can lose. And I'm going to avoid all of that shit. And then that's how it flipped around. So when I reverse engineered the process that way, that's when I began to win consistently, because I already had discipline. My discipline level was already high. but I needed the right thing to be disciplined with. You understand? If you don't know what you're doing, you don't have the right thing yet. It's still up in the air. It's still guesswork. You're still trying to figure it out. So you got to figure out how to navigate the processes for yourself. And then when you reverse them, that's when you really start figuring shit out for real. You're like, yeah, I'm actually getting it now. I understand. I understand. Shit. The reason I'm losing is because the timing is terrible. This is a horrible time to be messing around with the market when it's doing this type of movement. And then it just started to unfold from that point forward. So, yep. Very, very true stuff here, man. What's up, JP? Tyler said, how pure was that 8-ball? Shit wasn't stepped on at all. Winston said, Boot is about 41 contracts and 21 trades. Depends on fills. I'm not sure if that's a question for him or if you're saying something. What's up, Chip? Jermaine, Mark, have you tried the body or more drinks? Or you mean Body Armor? You mean the brand Body Armor? That's what you're talking about? I didn't even know they had drinks. Don said, I know a poker player who won the $10 million tournament. Mentally, he looked like he was at a funeral because he was so drained. The money had no real value. Shani said, this recent market environment we have been in makes the one-a-day challenge you did 18 months ago even more impressive. Exactly. Exactly. Yep. Yeah, Shani definitely the OG in TA. Yep. JT said, Don, that's real. Be like that. Stress-free is always best. It takes a conscious effort to make that change for the better. Yo, that's it. That's it, man. It was also stressful for you trying to record for... Oh, my goodness. I forgot about that. Yo, remember that? Yo, thank you for reminding me. I forgot about that part. Right. I'm recording the trades. Now, this was crazy too because I used to have the phone and I would have screencast recording on the screen. So I'm recording on screencast and I'm recording on the phone for Instagram because on Instagram you can only upload a video that's a minute. So I would record the minute of the trade. So I'm sitting here waiting for the trade. I got to get into the trade. I got to record on the laptop, record on the phone, and talk. Like, you know, I'm like talking, like what narrating on the phone, on IG, on this, in a trade, live. That shit was insane, man. I don't even know how I did that. Like, to be honest, I don't even know how I did that. I don't even know. Just determination, I guess, because I wanted to document it. That's crazy. I forgot all about that. Yep. Jay Carly said, I honestly feel that Project 21 will end the fear of the scale up too. It's like the built-in fear killer. Yes, it is. Jay Carly, she nailed it on that. She said, because from trade one, we're using 100% of the balance. Exactly. Exactly. That shit is all or none for real. But Monty said, preach. Jay Carly said, 25K in 3 days trying to resurrect the Juice Man. He said the Juice Man at full blast. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, a shiny ball real quick. Yep. Matthew said you had to be awake with eyeballs on the chart most of the day and night for that. What? Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, I remember that vividly. Like, there would be times I probably didn't sleep for like 3 days. Like, and I'm not even exaggerating. I might have caught a power nap for like an hour, and it probably was during the hour when NADEX was closed. But I literally was, you know, in the house, and this was before I came outside and like started coming in the car. I was in the house at that time, um, in the house all day, all night. You know, just insanity, man. But it was just through knowing that I was going to figure shit out. It's like that's the only thing I was thinking about. Like, I'm gonna figure this out. I needed to prove why you would lose. It's like I was trying to see, well, why can't you win every 5 minute binary? That used to be my thing. I used to say that. I used to be like, why can't you win every 5 minute binary? Like, why you can't win all of them? What if I took every trade? Let me try that. Who does that? Like, who does that? Who literally sits there and makes an attempt to take every trade every 5 minutes all day? First of all, you know how many 5 minutes there are in a day? 1 hour is 12. It's 23 hours that the market is open. What's 23 times 12? 270 something? So you see how stupid that is. But this is the type of stuff that I was doing. Obviously, this is the type of stuff Don was doing. So, but the one good thing that did come out of that is that I knew I wasn't going to stay like that. You know what I'm saying? I knew that there was a destination that I was going to. I just didn't know where. I didn't know where I was headed. But I knew that I was headed somewhere with that. So that's the good part about it. It wasn't, it wasn't like I didn't have a plan. I just didn't know what the plan was, but I had one. The Dow down 800. I remember when I used to care about that. That's so funny. Wow. Tyler said, when I first got on NADEX prior to TA, placed a trade on demo every single binary for 2 to 3 hours straight to understand how it would cycle. I built some awful habits. Yep. Don said, the crazy thing, I didn't even realize I was at 25K because I was just so caught in the moment. Right. Yep. JT said, yeah, that's how it be. Don said, yeah, I trade full time. Buddha's funny. He asked, was it on demo? You know that's a live account, man. That's live, man. Yep, that's live, brother. I think I had told you about that. I mentioned it a few times about that, the whole demo thing. I didn't even know that I didn't even know what a demo account was when I started at Forex. I didn't know that demo accounts existed until I started doing Forex like 2004. I didn't even know what a demo was until 2010. So I had already been trading for like 6-7 years before somebody mentioned it to me. And they was like, yo, why don't you just try the strategy out in the demo? And I was like, what's a demo? Like, just like that. I didn't even know what a demo was. So that shows you, to what degree that people really go through it when you're really serious about this market shit. When you determine to figure something out, you either gonna figure it out or you gonna quit. Yep. Don said, I come from a Southeast Asian family, risking money, never been a fear. Come on, Don. Tell them. Because you know that, It's just like how people will just start businesses. You open a business, it doesn't guarantee that you're going to be successful in the business, but you ain't going to know unless you do it. You got to do it. But what you guys have that come into training, y'all have now all the mistakes and all the fuck ups have been done already. So you have a blueprint laid out to follow that literally is positioning you to not mess up at all. Like you don't have to mess up at all. You being trained in within the framework in the market, you being trained within the mindset of where you need to be. Come on, like there's nothing missing. It's all there. It's all there. Then you got a bunch of mentorship, not just from me, but from other people that are on the team. Come on, man. Matthew gonna celebrate literally 1 year of not losing tomorrow. Who does that? But see, the thing about it is that that's going to become the normal for us. This is how well that you guys are going to be trained. And this is going to be more so a testament to the way that people, instead of when they come into training, they come in with a preconceived notion. They stop doing that and they just come into training and just do the training. Like you came here to train now. Like don't come with your bullshit. You here to get rid of your bullshit. If you keep the bullshit going, you're going to keep the bullshit going. And while you're being trained to not do bullshit, you want to keep doing bullshit. There's going to be less of that. There already is. Like people are doing that less and less now. It's less juice, man. There's going to come a time, man, where ain't nobody going to do none of that shit. Because there's going to be so much built up of people that are just consistent, that are profitable, not losing. Knowing what what's going on in the market, knowing why we're not trading, knowing why we are trading, not scared to scale up. Project 21 to be a regular thing. Come on, man. This is gonna happen. It's gonna be mad people. Watch. Just watch. Yep. What's up, Holly? Yep. Jay Carly's crazy. He said my memory be on point. You was doing mad shit. He said you was blackout documenting. And I mean, for real though. For real. It's like out of sight, out of mind. I don't do it to that level now. So but at the time, that's what it was. And it was day in, day out, every day. Every day. Yep. So it's so much better without tools. I spent way too much time on the chart before, which also leads to deviation. This is what I'm talking about. That's hard right there. What she just said is so true. When you be on the charts too long, and this is why the timer is ill. The timer breaks up the monotony. Monotony will have you doing juice man shit. It will. If you be on the chart too long, everything start looking like food. And you're not hungry. But everything looks like food to you. You just start doing shit. And then you got it bad where you do it, you be like, why did I do that? If you saying why did I do that as soon as you take the trade, you know that you got it bad. You done been body snatched by the juice man. He got you. Yep. Don says sometimes successful people leave no stone unturned to get to a complete understanding of themselves to become very self-aware. My goodness. Slav said, unless you're communicating with God in your dreams and he's giving it to you then. Oh, that's adding on to what you said earlier. You said you just need to be right on each prediction. Right, yeah. And you know I don't like that word. Shawnee said Mark is a monster. Why I can't win every 5 minute binary? Yo, that because it's like I wanted to know. I wanted to know and I needed to know. Like I just needed to know that for myself. I'm like, why I can't win all of them? Oh snap. Because I took a day off work once and was like, I don't need to go to work because I'm gonna make 1K today. Insanity. Jermaine said we all are retarded. Yes, yes, we are. We good retarded. But it's a thin line between good retarded and retarded. Oh snap. Juice Man came, took the 1K instead of giving it. Oh man. The most I've done in a day was 13-0. I remember that day, Jay Carly. It was literally all day, every trade, applied the process. Now I see it was just a good timing day. Yes, it was. I remember that day. Yep. He said nice 13 clusters. Oh man. Yeah, man. Jermaine said Mark put in that work. For real. For real, man. And that, that's why I'm empathetic towards how people are when they come in. But then at the same time, I'll be like, yo, don't complain to me about nothing. Like for real, because and I had said this on the trade the other night too. I was like, the market be talking to you. The market was what I had said. I was like, oh, the market's like, oh, you lost your $100. Oh, poor thing. Oh, he lost his $100. That's how the market sound. Market don't give a shit. Market's like, you come over here, you better come you better come correct. Oh snap. Slav said we may not be able to predict the market, but I'm 80% convinced a mic drop is coming. Kyle said food, I love it. That's a fact. I know there've been a bunch of mic drops. I've been chilling. I've been chilling so that the birthday boys can have a good time today. Matthew and Victor. But I don't even see Victor on here. Oh, so only Matthew? Yeah, we might get the mic drop. Might get the mic drop, Buddha. Everybody predicted the mic drop is coming. Oh snap! Who want to do it? Come on, somebody do the mic drop for Buddha's birthday. Come on, Buddha, you can do it too. Give me the mic drop. Look at J. Cole. She's like, nobody move. Oh snap! That's funny. Wow. No jury. Oh man, they look crazy. Kyle said, when you sincerely ask for answers, it will come to you many different ways. That is a fact. Looking at this 2053, maybe this will present something. Oh, excuse me. It is slightly in position. Come on, what you gonna do? Environment is beautiful right now. E and B is awesome. Market just is not in a position as of yet. Buddha said, I'm going to give this 21 trades a go, as I will only be risking 100 and see how far I can go. I want to test my newfound determination and understanding of the environment. Listen, man, we rooting for you to do that. There's no reason why you can't. There is no reason why you can't do it. Stay out your way. Ooh, I think that might be the mic drop right there. Stay out your way. Uh-oh, Buddha. JT said, brave soul. Yes. One thing that is definitely going to do for you, Buddha, is it is going to reveal a lot of insight about yourself to yourself. You're going to learn a lot about yourself in that process. A hell of a lot. And remember that it has more to do with you than it does the market. That's hard. That's hard. J. Carr said, don't you mic drop. I have questions. What's up, Max? My wife was asking me earlier about the market dropping today, and I replied, it doesn't matter once I master NADEX. Ooh. That's a mic drop. That's a mic drop. Damn. Boo said, if I succeed, then I will report back this way. Mark, can we see if by just listening to you without your formal training, if it's possible or not? It is possible. You're connected to the vibration. What's going to be interesting, Buddha, is this is really a test of you. It's not even a test of me. Because all I did was help you to find something inside of you that's there already. That's all it is. Like when you just really kind of peel back all the layers, that's what it is. So now the question is, can you navigate it? Do you got that GPS turned on inside? Oh, damn, there's another mic drop. All right, come on. We got one more mic drop and then it's all over. And it's all over. Jay Carly said, NADEX, look, JT's out. He ain't even waiting. He's like, listen, I'm gone. Pew. Jay Carly said, NADEX is such a blessing because it doesn't matter what anything else is doing. Our process is the same. All right, I told you only one more mic drop. That's it. Goodbye.